Hello guys, welcome back once again to this new tarot reading. Today I'm going to continue with the Itzy members. I wanted to bring a little bit of feminine energy since I've been reading a lot for boy groups and boy group members lately, so I want to keep going with the list of requests. So today it's Ryujin's turn, so let's talk a little bit about her energy. I know she is an Aries with a moon in Aquarius, and she also has a lot of energy in Aries as well. So she could potentially be more expressive when it comes to this Aries energy. And I'd like to make a clarification. Sorry for these people that are actually here interested because of this member, because it has nothing to do with the member or the group actually, but it's a clarification about this segment when I start talking about their birth charts. I noticed that there are people that take too seriously sometimes the part of astrology. Like I'm an astrologer myself, but I'm a human being, so I could get possibly the data wrong, or I could search for it in the wrong site. I don't have the resources to go and ask these people myself for their birth times, so I can do the proper birth chart composition and analysis. So I ask of you to be respectful and patient with some of the maybe interpretations that I do, because I could be wrong. I try to do the research to not do it, to do it very respectfully and not to mess up. Actually, I don't like to make mistakes, but at the same time, I'm fully aware that here I'm using this platform as a tarot reader, and I like to add my knowledge for astrology so I can give you a deeper insight about the person we are talking about. But I could be wrong with data. I could make a mistake because I'm a person, so there's no need to be a bit like incisive or maybe picky when it comes to the comments, because I understand that I could get things wrong and I'm trying to improve myself. But I just find it funny that some people are not as open-minded and perceptive enough to maybe I would really appreciate if you could like give me some feedback about the reading as an overall, and not just about a small details like, oh, that's not his this is not his moon sign, no, that's not his sign, he's not that sign. Like, come on guys, I'm trying to use my intuition here. So and I work with this tool, so I know that probably if I mess up in some kind of getting a wrong data or something like that, I could potentially, with my intuition, get to some kind of interpretation that could get closer to that person's character. And I'm doing it here for free. So please stay with an open mind and remind yourself that I'm a person and that I could make mistakes because I have other readings to do. This is not the only thing I do. So I would respect if you, I would truly appreciate if you could give me a feedback based on the whole experience or the whole interpretation, and not just about me nitpicking about the details about this. So let's go with Ryujin. So for her, the archetype cards that came out, it's Femme Fatale, Rebel, and King. So definitely she is very, very proud of herself. Definitely there's a strong fire burning inside of her. I don't know, I don't remember exactly whether she is the youngest or maybe she's one of the youngest members, because for me they're all young. But there's something about her and about her passion and about her inner desire that is very distinctive. There's something about her, like she has a strong desire to be expressive, to show her femininity, to be very open about her own desires. I think that probably she must not be very shy. I have a feeling that she's very straightforward with her energy, or maybe that if she is in a certain mood, for example, if she's happy or if she's upset, somehow she's not going to be able to hide it. It's like you will be able to tell what mood she's in, because she seems very like very straightforward and also very spontaneous. So it's like everything she does comes from within. She is not a good actor. I mean, she's not good at keeping things inside. It's like she's very expressive and her energy is very strong. So I definitely I wouldn't be surprised if maybe she has like some kind of a stellium in Aries, because um there's an inner fire inside of her. And here with the Rebel card, I have a feeling that she could potentially get herself into trouble because of this tendency of her to actually be really blunt sometimes, and being really straightforward and being really opinionated. I have the feeling that she tries to not be like that. I mean, especially in public, but it's like this is her essence. She is like this because it's like she has this very strong charisma at the same time. So she is really comfortable in her skin. She knows who she is. She knows that that she's pretty. She knows that she has a lot of talent, so she's not afraid to show off. There's something about her that she's very adventurous, and like there's something about maybe being too passive, or maybe being shy, or being like acting like she has no idea what's going on. It's very difficult for her because she's like someone that is very straightforward. Her energy is very active. So she is, and she's like this risk taker. She loves to get herself maybe into very adrenaline rush kind of experiences, because she has this kind of attitude where she wants to experience a lot of things. She wants to be famous. She wants to, I mean, she is famous, but it's like she wants to be in a position of power. There's something about her with this king attitude that maybe she does come from a family or for from an environment where she actually was very praised, or was very like encouraged to love herself and to valorate herself, and that it's important for her to know her worth, and to always be ready to give it your all, and to believe in yourself and your potential. So, and I also feel that she has a lot of energy into herself. So it's not easy for her to sometimes to act like she actually doesn't feel anything, or that she is really shy, or that she actually doesn't talk that much, because actually I see her like she has a strong personality, which is really funny. But also she could be like an enigma for other people, because with that moon in Aquarius, it's like there's a part of her that sometimes she wants to try to be different. It's like you never know what's going on with her when it comes to her emotional world, or maybe how she feels, because there's this need to be the center of attention, but at the same time there's this need to be rebellious and to be different. So it's a bit odd how she wants to be in the spotlight, but at the same time, there's a part of her that wants to rebel against the established rules or about maybe the sacrifices she has to make in order to be in the spotlight. Because you know that especially with the role of being an idol, there are a lot of restrictions and there are a lot of rules to follow when it comes to about how you behave in public. So I think that there's like a disagreement or a disbalance there between how she feels inside and what she portrays. But the one thing I can say is that definitely she has a very strong charisma, very strong presence. There's something about her that she's just like she just has so much energy and so much passion for life. It's like she is full of life. So it's she can come off a bit like cocky in that sense because it's like she's very um she's very strong, so it's not easy to actually get close to her because you think that maybe she would be a bit like I wouldn't say rude, but maybe a bit like intimidating. But actually, it's just that she is like that. She has this huge, expansive energy and aura. I see like this reddish aura, very red orange. She is someone that has a lot of energy. She wants to do a lot of things. She wants to try a lot of things. She's probably constantly moving around, like here and there, and it's like she never stops. Um, but at the same time, she's very generous and she's very kind and she's very considerate with others. So I think that this is a part of her that maybe not a lot of people know, but actually she has like this generosity about herself that is very touching. But yes, you have to get really close to her to actually you have to pass the intimidating aspect of this, and then you soon realize that she's much more free spirit and much more simple in the sense that her personality is not that complex, you know, that she actually is a very simple girl. It's just that she is very curious about life. She's very curious about the possibilities and about the new experiences she can live and about everything that life has to offer. So she definitely has a lot of energy, a lot of need for growing and from learning. So she must be really curious also. But yes, there's this presence of her that is very fiery, so she can be a bit intimidating to get close to. So let's go with the tarot cards that came out for her. She got the Eight of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Page of Pentacles, Death, the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. So, from what I could see here, is that I believe that there's someone, especially there's someone that I believe that it's someone from the past. I think that she had a connection with someone from the past, that somehow she was refraining herself from actually getting involved with this person or actually getting back with this person. But it's like she feels a lot of passion for this person. This connection is really strong. Probably he is as passionate as she is, and he is also very convincing. Like he definitely puts the effort, and um he does all the right things. He says the right things. He's not afraid to make a move. So definitely she values that he is still doing these things and these big gestures despite of her actually not being available. I have the feeling that she is trying to, or she in the past had been trying to cut this connection, or actually to stop this connection, because um, probably she was advised to cut him, to break up with him, or to not see him again. And she's trying like really hard to actually refrain herself from not reaching to him. Uh, but I believe she will, because this relationship is very fiery, it's very passionate, and also it's based on mutual love and admiration. So I think that this person feels the same for her as she feels for him. So this is very loving, because despite of actually I believe that both of them are the same age. So despite of them being really not being really experienced when it comes to love relationships or when it comes to feelings, I think that they are good for each other. But at the same time, there's this fear inside of her of getting caught. So probably she is not telling anyone that she is still in contact with him, or that she is. I don't think she's seeing him personally, but I think that they definitely exchange messages, and that these messages are of love, and they are building this, probably this distant relationship. But since they are both very action people, I believe that they will make it happen, like some kind of meeting. They will meet somewhere, but definitely there's a side of her that is really fearful of getting caught. Um, and the other cards that came out, it's the Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Page of Pentacles. So they are going through, or they will be going through with a period of actually seeing a good receptance when it comes to actually their work that they had been doing. Probably this comeback is going to be very prosperous for them, and it's going to open up new opportunities of getting um, more publicity. And I think that the company is definitely very happy with her, with them actually as a group. They still think that they need to work a little bit more, they need to study. There's something about studying that I don't know what is it about, but they will probably want them to rehearsal a bit more. But they are in as an overall forecast or um, um, energy, I think that the company is really happy with them. I think that they have no complaint. I think that the girls definitely are very hardworking. They definitely know how to use the resources, know how to use their bodies, know how to use their energies without stressing out and without getting hurt. So they definitely have, there's something about them and their bodies that they just know how to regulate their energy so they don't get like burnout or something like that. But definitely this comeback is going to be really successful for them. um, so I think that this also is going to take them to transform themselves and getting more opportunities than they actually thought. And probably these opportunities are going to require of her to actually maybe doing other kinds of appearances or other kinds of different gigs that maybe she never experienced before. So somehow she is excited, because this transformation comes with a lot of different offers. So I think that she definitely is going to be dealing with making a lot of decision and like a lot of she's going to get a lot of offers, probably a lot of gifts as well. So she will be really excited to enter this new phase. Maybe this is probably why, I don't know why, but I think that what the when I was talking about the studying, I think that the company actually wants them um to actually learn different languages, or probably if they are studying, or if some of them it's speaks different languages, they want the other members to catch up. I mean, they want that all of them put a lot of more efforts into learning new languages. So maybe this has to do with doing promotions in different countries, or like trying to be more expansive when it comes to their music, maybe recording music in other languages that are available. So I think that they definitely need to put in the studying and the effort. So then with the Eight of Cups here, I think that definitely this relationship, or this connection that she that I was seeing here in the first row, I think that somehow she's going to have to sacrifice this relationship, or at least he will have to make the decision to actually walk away from this relationship for now, or for the next 6 months, or the next months that are coming, because she's going to be really busy. She's going to have a lot of things to do. She's going to have a lot of responsibilities. So I think that for her mental health, or for her mental state, she will have to make a decision, and she will have to like actually like break up with this person, and I think that she feels really sorry about it. I think that she will feel, because actually for her it was something really positive, but at the same time I think that also with uh the company like giving them all these activities and all these things to do, I have the feeling that somehow someone knows that she is involved with someone. So this is why she is like willingly like moving away or moving on, because I have the feeling that it's not like someone came up to her and told her to break up, but I think that she somehow in her intuition came along, and she was like, oh, okay, I have to do this. Especially because they are going to be really tired. Actually, there's going to be a lot of pressure. So I think that probably she will not have time to actually um, um, spend time with this person. So maybe this is why. And here also with this death card, I have the feeling that also there's going to be some kind of moving. So I don't know if maybe they are going to be there's going to be um they're going a different location, or they're going to move out from where they are living currently, or they're going to go and live somewhere else. There's going to be a change, a transformation when it comes to their regular environment. So probably they're going to be moving. So and that probably is going to be like a huge change for her. Like maybe the place where she is now is like somehow closer to that person, and that then if they have to move, or if they have to like live somewhere else, maybe it will be harder for her to meet this person. And actually I think that the whole strategy that she has to do in order to meet with this person, she wants to make it happen. He wants to make it happen as well, but it's too risky, in the sense that I don't see her like actually having someone that she trusts to actually help her to meet with this person. I don't see her like someone like driving her around or being like, okay, I will take you there, or no, I will go and pick you up, or I will lie for you, or I will cover for you. I don't think, because I think that all, if maybe the other members know, I don't think that anyone wants to get involved. Actually, they are all very fearful when it comes to, I don't even remember the company they're under, but they are a bit fearful about the manager or the CEO or the one that is in charge. They are really fearful of messing up. So they are trying to do their best to not get into trouble, especially for because of all the work that they have to do. They want to give a good image. And so I think that even though she is very sorry for this, and there's a part of her that she definitely wants to break the rules, but at the same time, eventually she will start to maybe being a bit more rational and being like, okay, maybe I have to make a choice here because I don't have the resources, or I don't have the help that I need to make this happen. I think that this person that she's involved with or that she's connecting with, that he would be able to go and see her, but somehow it's like he is also very controlled himself. It's like maybe he is an idol too, or he works in the industry and he has like a boss or like a manager or someone that also is like keeping him like controlled, and that is always like monitoring where he's going or who he hangs out with, or if he stays up late, or if he's on his phone all the time. I think there's some kind of suspicious in the environment, in where they are around, but it's like no one is saying anything, but it's like they are expecting them, both of them, Ryujin and this guy, to actually refrain themselves and control themselves, and that they make this decision by themselves and for themselves, that they need to stop like playing with fire, almost like, because they are really close to get caught. So this is all I got for her. But well, the good part is that the group is slowing, making a lot of progress when it comes to their profession. So this it's a really good sign. At least I can see it from Ryujin's side. So this is all I have for her today. So I would appreciate, guys, if you can give me some feedback about her, because I don't know much about her energy. So I would love to hear from you. So thank you so much for all the people that are supportive and that are always leaving recommendations and that are always really nice with me. So I'm starting to know these groups and its members, and I'm loving their energy already. So thank you so much for here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.